And hello and good evening and welcome here to Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark as OKC Comets baseball is on the air here on 1340 The Game, 1340thegame.com, or on the iHeartRadio app. Welcome to everybody here on the Valley Sports Live and the MILB TV. Dean DeVos here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark, producer and engineer, the YouTuber back in our 1340 studios. As I don't need to see that, thank you very much. As the Comets are taking on the Reno Aces, the AAA parent club of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Comets are 37-21. The Aces are 27-31. Won the series opener last night.
Welcome into this one. Some AAA baseball from the Pacific Coast League on tap for you. It's the Reno Aces and the Oklahoma City Comets.
Just want to get this
first
game
pitch coming your way next.
And now, your Oklahoma City Comets.
Yep. OKC Comets. Game 2 of 6. I do not want to miss this game.
So just about set now. And towing the slab here, Gavin Stone.
11,
Here's what you need to know about the righty. Quite the strikeout-to-walk ratio he's posted this season, better than 4-1. That is elite control, and it usually leads to a whole lot of success when you can avoid beating yourself with walks. Obviously, you need to limit hits as well, but he's showing some high-level skills on the mound. Here's a speed threat, Garrett Hampson.
He's batting left, or right, excuse me. So it's first pitch of the evening.
And that's how this game gets started.
We're underway here at 7:06. On the
outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's a ball and a strike. Next pitch.
Fouled off.
That's
left
fouled
side.
away. It is a beautiful night here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. 62 degrees, clear skies. Winds blowing out to right field at 3 miles an hour. Patrick Johnson, the home plate umpire, Lily Ballard, James Kingsley, Gary Simmons, second and third.
1-2 offering.
Just underway here in the top of the first.
On the ground, right side, Ward.
That's a nice catch over the first for the first out to begin tonight's game.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Tommy Troy.
Tommy Troy is up.
And now the DH,
210 average, 1 homer, 2 RBIs. He's batting right. First pitch for Stone.
Stone,
first strike.
6'1".
0 for 4 last night with 3 strikeouts.
A slider, and occasionally mixes in a cutter.
Next pitch.
Pop-up,
There's a pop-up.
on the right side. Hudson on the move.
Hudson on it. Will make the catch for the second out of the inning.
Batting third, the third baseman, number 6, Ildemaro Vargas.
Here's Ildemaro Vargas. 280 average, 2 homers, 12 RBIs. Batting left. Stone's first pitch.
First pitch misses.
Inside ball 1. 1 for 4 with a single last night.
2 outs, bases empty.
Stone's next pitch.
And that's
called first strike. Comets in their home whites tonight. Comets across the front in blue script with a shooting baseball comment underneath the logo as there's a ground ball.
Can't pick it up cleanly.
Can't pick it up over the first. Does get the outfield in the inning.
End of a half inning of play.
Reno down in order. We go to the bottom of the first with no score. Red numbers on the front, blue numbers on the back. White pants, blue hats and brims, OKC in diagonal letters with a baseball shooting comment through the letter K on the front.
Welcome back. And on the hill in
Blake
this
Walston
one,
is the starting pitcher for
and
Reno.
he seems to elevate his game when things get tough. With 5 pitches in the arsenal, he's got a lot of ways to approach each hitter in this lineup.
Excuse me.
But if he only has 1 or 2 of those pitches working, the batters will have an easier
his
time
12th
guessing
start.
what's coming.
He's had
Anytime
8
you can eliminate
decisions
pitches
for
from
Reno.
consideration, it gives you
Josue
a
De
leg
Paula,
up
284
the
hours, 9 homers,
Now here's
21
the
RBIs,
speed
batting
outfielder,
left.
Josue De Paula.
Walston's first pitch of the evening for him. That's inside for ball 1. Next pitch for Walson. That's high ball one.
At
Two.
times has struggled with command.
Reno in their gray jerseys. Reno across the front, Navy scripted letters with a
The 2-0.
diamond inside the letter R, as that's called for a strike. Red numbers on the front, blue numbers on the back, gray pants, the white stripe, navy hats, red brims. That's called for a strike. Last season, 3-3 at this ballpark. Reno and OKC split the series before Reno won the series 8-4, as that's swinging a strike 3, one away here in the bottom of the first.
Jordan Thompson will hit next.
Thompson is up.
Tearing it up at the plate recently. Hits in each of the last 6 games. Close, but called a ball.
348 average, 3 homers, 8 RBIs, batting with right.
One and 0.
The next pitch.
Foul ball there.
Away. Will not be able to stream this game. That's why I'm going to get this game out now, so you don't have to deal with it later.
Here comes the 1-1
The next
pitch.
pitch. Side ball 2. Two one for Wilson's pitch.
This one in the air.
That's a fly ball to right
on the way
field.
over. And hauls it in. That's out number 2.
Second out.
Batting third, the third baseman, JJ.
Now the third
David
baseman.
Bodie, 274 average, 7 homers, 21 RBIs.
Last night.
First pitch.
Swing, soft
Foul
line
ball
drive.
over the first.
Whips it to first.
Comets down in order. We go to the second with no
An inning in the
score.
books tonight, and we're scoreless here on the show.
Evan Melendez, Alec Thomas, and Renee Pinto do up for the Reno
If
Aces.
you're looking for a
Leading
new
off,
set that
the
makes
first
you
baseman.
think
248 average for Ivan Melendez, 8
Body
RBIs,
wash.
or 8
New
homers,
options
40
include fresh
RBIs.
cut grass, pine tar, and hot dog water. Top half of the second from Oklahoma City.
On first strike. 7 for 24 for Melendez.
Next pitch, in for a strike. Whether
Look like ball
his
1
first
8.
2 pitches, he has to focus now with an 0-2 count. Got to protect the zone, even if it's a little larger than usual.
Thompson
It's
is
in and
under
out
it.
of the glove. But the throw to first
Or first,
easily in time,
or
and that's
second.
the first out.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 5, Alec Thomas.
Digging
Alec
in
Thomas,
for the
265
Aces,
hours, 3
Thomas.
homers, 7 RBIs. First pitch for Stone.
Edge of the zone
For
for a
strike.
strike. Plenty of zip on that fastball. You can hear it sizzling, even from the press box. Looks sharp. He swings and
Out of
fouls
the way.
well.
At least tomorrow, with me having an off day, I'll finally get a good, peaceful sleep.
2 down.
There's the Paula made the catch.
Batting sixth, the catcher, Renee.
Here's the
Pinto.
catcher,
Pinto,
Renee Pinto.
282 average,
Drove
2
in
homers,
their
24
only run
RBIs.
in last night's game.
Stone's first pitch.
Sliced down the
Line
right
drive,
side.
right field, going foul. Enough waivers.
That clips the
That's
horn.
high for a
Rapid fire
strike.
work on the mound. He's keeping these batters on their toes. Got the batter
Strike
swinging.
3, and now on
Job
the
out there as he gets them
1 2,
3.
and at the top of the second, 1 2 3 go the Aces. We go to the bottom of the inning with no score. It is almost 4 in the morning as I'm doing this game.
Bottom half of
Just
inning
want to
number
get this
2.
game done. 205 average, 8 homers, 27
Coming up to the
RBIs
bench
for
from
Ryan
Oklahoma
Ward.
City, Ryan Ward. That's ripped towards
That's a
center.
line drive to center field, but that's going to be caught.
At the plate,
60 average, 5 homers, 16 RBIs for Armando Alvarez. Between Oklahoma City and St. Paul.
That one fouled off. Chases a high fastball there.
0-2.
On the ground to third. Oh, gloves it to first. And very nicely done for the out. So digging in, Nick Biddison homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
Rich Wilker's 4 RBIs.
Ball. Ball 1, no strikes.
Went for 3 with a 2-run homer last night. Round
Hard hit
ball,
right side.
and that one.
Play made, that ends the inning. Nothing doing here in this half of the inning. We're at the end of 2. We're all tied, 0-0.
The third
Top
with
half,
no
third
score.
inning. Now the left
AJ
fielder,
Vucevic.
AJ Vukovic.
We averaged 4 homers, 12 RBIs, batting right. Zone's first pitch.
Up the middle.
Ground ball. Thompson is under it.
Fires to
For the
first on the run.
first.
Out.
Got
Great
the
way to
out.
keep the leadoff batter off base. It's so hard for batters to do anything with farm side run like that.
Really
You're lucky
just got
put the
used to
barrel
playing
on.
MLB show. Christian Robertson, 247 average, 5 homers, 16 RBIs. Don't know if he played yesterday. I don't think he did.
Right through there for a strike.
9 stolen bases. Let's see. I think Herrera played. Tristan English hasn't played in this series, surprisingly.
The 0-1. Fouled off down the right side. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Slider misses
And
away.
that was an
One
outside.
out and the base is empty. In the air to
That's a
left.
fly ball to left field.
It falls in.
To
and
not
that's
get the
enough.
catch down, or to not make the catch, that would be a base hit for the Aces. A little
Next
late
up for
trying
the
to get
Aces,
check the
Jesus
catch.
Valdez. Hitless last night, and they only scored 1 run.
Stone's first pitch is called for a strike. 264 average for Jesus Valdez, 6 homers, 17 RBIs.
0-1 now. And
Fairness
that one
next
hit
pitch is called for a
97 on the
strike.
gun. With 2
0 for
straight
3
strikes
in
on the
his
inner
last
half of the
game.
plate, that leaves the batter vulnerable away.
Last night.
Maybe something off speed.
Pitch.
Here's a grounder
On
right
ball.
side. Can't come up with it.
Did not get the out. Should have
Back-to-back
just
singles. Great job on the 0-2 count. Clearly recognized the
Garrett.
pitch early out.
Gotta
of
go
the
for the
game,
out,
given a
didn't work.
strong, balanced cut. Now they've got a good shot
Now
at
Garrett
scoring the
Hampson
first
is
run of
up.
the game with the runner in scoring position. Now at the dish.
That's
Garrett
a fly
Hampson
ball to
swinging
deep
a
left
rocket.
feet, center
This one
field.
carrying.
DePaula going back, looks up, and it's gone. It's a 3-run homer for Garrett Hampson, his 4th home run of the season, and it's 3-0 Reno here in the 3rd.
That's a great job
That's
of
not the start
recognizing the breaking ball. Even
for
better,
Gavin Stone.
He didn't jump too early at a hanger over the middle. Instead, he stayed back and got
I went
every
to the
bit of it.
deepest part of the ballpark.
One down. Next is the designated hitter, Tommy Troy. 0 for 1.
Tommy Troy is up,
This pitch
popped
pumped
up.
up.
So that mistake of not taking the out comes back to
Snags it
bite
for
the
the second
Comets.
out.
And there's the second out of the inning.
The third baseman, number
Coming
6.
up to the dish for Reno,
Lamardo Vargas.
rolled out to second in the first AB.
Yep. Called for a
Attacking the
strike.
zone in this first
Reno
inning
up
with a hitter
3-0 here in the
full
3rd.
because too many strikes have leaked over the middle of the plate. Foul
fouled
back
away.
out away, and that's out of play.
Swing and a ground ball to left field. That's a base hit. So the Aces continue to pour it on here in Oklahoma City.
Now up, Ivan Melendez. 0 for 1 so far.
Melendez. First pitch for Stone.
And
That's
that one
fouled
fouled
away. So the Aces have already made damage as
We're here in the top
Melendez
half of
grounded
the
out
third.
his first time
Already
up.
3 runs have scored this inning. Fly ball to right.
There's a fly ball to left field. Vivitzon is working under it. Make the catch
And
out
that
in the
is
inning.
out
But the
number
Aces
3.
get 3 runs on 4
But the
hits and a
big
runner
blow of the
left.
inning
We go to
comes
the
right here.
bottom of the
A
inning.
3-run home run. It's now 3-0.
Reno trying to tie the series up at 1 game
Ready to go
apiece.
for the last half of the inning.
Broncho, 250 average, 9 homers, 25 RBI. Switch hitter batting right. Wilson, 16 pitches so far.
And a curve misses
That's
outside.
ball 1.
And pops it up. There's 1 down. And now, Joe Hudson.
Joe Hudson. First pitch.
Swing and a foul straight back.
Fired from Houston. That's between Oklahoma City and Sugar Land.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Throw to first. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout. Just couldn't get on time with the
Batting
heater
ninth,
in that at
the
bat.
left fielder.
3 straight fastballs, and he ends up with the
For
strikeout.
Saline. 200 average, 5 homers, 10
The next inning,
RBIs.
switch hitter batting righty against the lefty on the mound. Grounder to the left side. Handles.
That's a nice ground ball over
And
the
that's
first.
inning.
That one, the third. Nothing for the Comets as we head
The
to
Aces
4.
on top here, 3-0.
He was moving.
Welcome back to
Leading
Oklahoma
off,
City,
the
top of the
center
4th
fielder,
inning.
Alec
And now the center fielder,
Thomas.
Alec Thomas.
On this as we start the 4th. Called for a strike.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Now here's the 0-2. And there's a ball. That changeup just missed.
1 ball, 2
I'm not
strikes,
sure how he took that with 2 strikes. Struck the batter out without a swing. 1 gone, leading off the 4th.
Strikeout. 1 away in the 4th.
And here's the catcher,
Here's Rene Pinto.
1 run batted in yesterday, and that was their only run of the game.
Reno has done a much better job than the Comets have done.
Pinto
Off the plate
measures
ball.
5
That's
foot
outside
10,
for ball 1.
195 pounds, and he's been hitting well lately, batting over 300 in his last 10 games.
Comets leading or trailing 3-0 in the 4th. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the
That
Aces.
slider
Nothing
just
across
spun
the
up in
board for the
zone. If
Comets.
it's in a hittable spot, it could go a long way. Late swing fouled it off. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike offering, another coming up. Looked like he was a little behind on the fastball. Might have been trying to sit back for the breaking ball. That one
2
skips
balls,
in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Next pitch for Stone.
On On the ground to short. Thompson
Skipper over the first.
tosses to first.
One,
Two quick outs in the
two-way.
top of the fourth.
Now batting, left fielder A.J. Vukovic.
And here's A.J.
Here's the left fielder,
Vukovic.
A.J.
0 for 1
Vukovic.
with a ground
Grounded
out,
to
1 for
short the
5
first
here in
time
this
up.
series. 3-0 Aces here in the fourth. Comets need to get something going here in the fourth.
And that's outside.
Inside ball 1. That's ball 2.
That's out.
We've got to get something going here in the fourth. The Comets.
And a high fly
That's a
out to
fly
center.
ball.
DePaul
DePaul is going to be under it.
drifts
Will
towards
make the catch.
And that's the end of the inning.
And that's the inning. Nothing for the Aces. Go to the bottom of the fourth. No,
The Aces
3-0
at the
Comets
end,
trail
3-0.
the Aces.
Welcome back. The Comets at the dish in the bottom of the fourth.
As Boston is up. First pitch.
That one pushed foul.
That's fouled away. 17 doubles this year for Josue De Paula.
The left-handed batter waits. In the air, out to right. That's
Right
pretty far
field. That's going to be
Ball's in
caught.
for the out.
One away in the third. Or
back.
fourth.
Just missed that
Excuse
one
me.
a bit. A half inch
Now
closer to the
batting,
sweet
the
spot, and it
shortstop,
might have gotten down for a hit.
Jordan.
Jordan Thompson getting ready to hit. Line drive. Makes
That's
the grab.
caught for the second out.
One of those plays that
Almost a
just
base
goes
hit.
to show that not
Now batting,
everything is within
third
your
baseman,
control on the baseball
David.
field.
David Bodie grounded out his first time up.
Everything right and still didn't get the hit. Sometimes that's how it goes. Bodie takes a
Side
ball, standing in
ball
for
one.
the second time.
Counts 1-0.
Comets need to get something going in the fourth.
This out to center. Thomas.
That's
on
going to
the
be
move.
caught.
Makes the grab, and that's the end.
Nothing for the Comets as we head to the fifth. It is no score.
We've
For
played
them,
4
it's
full.
3-0
The
Aces.
Aces on top, 3-0. We're in the top half of the
Leading it
fifth,
off,
and now the right fielder, Christian Robinson.
Christian Robinson singled his first time up. This pitch. Out of the way.
Sliced hard, but foul. Right through there for a strike.
0-2 is the count.
3-0 Aces here in the fifth. As the Comets just cannot get anything going here tonight on offense.
Down in the dirt, swing and a miss. Out.
Oh, the
One
first,
away
one
on
away in
the
the
third
fifth.
strike.
The batter number 9, second baseman.
Jesus Valdez digs in now. Hitless yesterday.
Jesus
as
Valdez
they only pushed across
singled his
1 run.
first time up. Batting right. First pitch for Stout.
Ball.
Inside ball 1. Reno trying to get a win to tie up the season series and going into a pivotal game 3 here tomorrow. That's called for a strike.
That one fouled off. 2-2 now. Out into left
That's
center,
a fly
line drive
ball
for a base
down
hit.
for a base hit. Fifth hit for the Aces
He's got some
tonight.
impressive
The
wrist
batter,
strength to
number
be able to
8,
pull a ball on the outer half
Garrett
that hard. Not many hitters can do that. We head back to the top of the
Garrett
lineup.
Hampson.
Garrett Hampson now at the plate. He's already gone yard in this game. That
Yep.
one called a strike.
For sure. Right now in the first, home run in his last time up.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. No save.
That is not in time.
Runner at second here and one away.
Next pitch,
Ground ball to short.
ground ball over the
On the run, sends
first,
it over to first.
Wo-
And they
two away
get
in the
out.
fifth.
The batter, number 4, designated hitter, Tommy Troy.
Digging in for the Aces, Tommy Troy. Seems like that was
Side
just
for
a
a
good bit of
strong.
framing right
That
there.
looked like
Stole
ball
the
one to
strike.
me. Would like to see ABS challenge if you ask me.
Runner at second, 2 down.
The next pitch,
Outside, that's a ball.
side ball one. Kopech and Engardo Enriquez warming up in the Comets bullpen.
Ground ball up the middle.
And over the first, 10 the inning. No runs, a hit, and a runner left. Halfway through tonight's game, 3-0 Reno. As Reno trying to tie up the season. Tie up the series.
Bottom half of the fifth,
Leading
and the
up,
Comets
the
back.
first baseman, Ryan Ward.
Ryan Ward. And this struck out his first time up.
On the ground, right side.
And they just can't get anything going.
And the leadoff batter
Now
retired
batting,
in
the
their half of
designated
the
hitter,
fifth.
Armando.
Next up for the Comets,
Here's Armando Alvarez.
First time up, grounded to third. Foul ball there.
Fired from Minnesota.
And a big
So
swing
that's
and a
strike
miss.
two.
He's shown some excellent
Really
command
shouldn't
in
have
this
swung
game,
that.
and that's helped drive his success. Really putting the ball where he wants it to go. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one is foul. We'll see another. Now here's the 0-2. Next
Oh,
offering
that's
is
out.
outside. The Aces leading by 3. Bottom half of the fifth.
Comets need to get something going here. There's a line drive that's in the right center field for a base hit.
Hustling for 2. Throws to second, but he's in there easily.
And there safely.
It's been a tough run at the plate for him lately.
And there's
He
our first hit
needed
for the
that base hit.
Comets.
That's the kind of knock every batter loves to have.
Comets
A
really needed
well-struck
that, if you
ball
ask
into the
me.
opposite field gap. That one was extra bases all the way.
I'll
Nick
have my alarm
Biddison will
turned
hit
on.
next. Went deep in last night's
Or I'll
ball
have
game.
my volume turned up so that way I can have my alarm. I want other person watching this up culture story. This is the last time I'm going to have a late game.
That one fouled off.
Out of the way. I will have a probably I may play a double header tomorrow.
Close one,
I don't know
but
how I'm
doesn't
gonna
get the
do.
call.
Probably
That's a break for the hitter. I think that was strike 3.
If no one gets in contact with me about where I need to go for 8, we'll be just here doing the
Now the 1-2
broadcast, and I'll
pitch.
have an early
Gets a
smackdown,
piece there. We'll do it
which
again.
is fine. And we'll probably reschedule my trip for a later day.
Here's the 1-2 offering. Tries to hold up. Appeal to first. Held up.
Yeah, he held up. I thought I was going to be strike 3 right there, but it wasn't.
2-2. On the ground. And foul ball. Seemed to be sitting on the fastball there. Good job to adjust and fight off the breaking ball. Here's the 2-2.
2-2. Line drive in the left field for a base hit.
Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with
At the
1 out.
corners.
Now
Couldn't have timed it up
batting,
any
one
better than
away
that.
during the
Nice line
fifth.
drive cut there. Had everything
Broncho.
working smoothly on the swing.
I'll
That's
bring
one
up
to try
Aaron
and replicate.
Broncho.
Digging in for the Comets, Aaron Bracho. Flied out the first time.
That is first time up batting.
Nope.
Inside ball 1. I understand streaming at 4 o'clock in the morning is not a good idea for me, but I just want to get this game done so I don't do this when I come home tonight at 10.
Good pitching
I
there,
will
putting
be
it a
going
bit
to
up
bed
and in on
after
his
this
hands, so he
game
can't
is done.
extend for more power.
So I'm not going to be able to have time to get this done.
Rolls away a
That's why I
little
want to
bit.
get
No
this
action
done
on the
now
bases,
so I don't
though.
have to deal with it later. So I don't have to explain to the YouTuber why I'm technically playing a double header.
That's towards center.
That's going to be, I think this will be, I don't know if this will be
Gets there.
deep enough.
Runner tags from third. Applies the tag and they
Got
get
him.
two. Double play. And that
No runs,
is the
2
inning.
hits and a runner
Any play at the
left.
plate is always exciting. Tried to score with 2 outs there, but the tag was just in time. They cut down the run to end the inning.
We stay scoreless here.
We're back, and
Now
they make a
pitching.
change to start the 6th.
Michael.
The new pitcher, Michael Kopech.
Michael Kopech, the new pitcher for the Comets. That's it for Gavin
To
Stone.
keep it within reach for the offense. Up next, the switch-hitting third baseman, Ildemaro Vargas.
Ildemaro Vargas.
1 for 2.
Vargas.
1 for 2 with a single. Round out his first time up, single in the third. First pitch for Kopech.
Fouled
Out
off.
of the
He
way.
was late.
That's a ball. Ball, that's
Serious
That's a
heat
ball,
on that
too.
fastball up into triple digits. That's tough to hit at any level. Next one's fouled back.
Yep, out of the way.
Just misses with that one. What a take with 2 strikes. Goes down looking for the strikeout. 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter here in the 6th. And he must have been looking in
batting,
some
the
other
first baseman,
location.
Ivan
Otherwise, I don't know why he'd go down
Melendez.
looking on a fastball on the inner half. Ivan Melendez getting ready to hit.
It's called for a strike. Flew out his first time up, grounded out his last time up.
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Next pitch. Down low.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Michael Grove up and listening in the pen. And
Just warming up in
also
the
getting ready.
Comets bullpen.
One out and the base is empty. Swing and a miss. That's a K. Down to
Yep,
first.
swing and a miss over to first for the second out of the sixth.
The center fielder, number 5, Alec.
Stepping to the plate for
Thomas.
Reno, Alec Thomas.
Ball. That's inside.
That one into triple digits. 2 outs, base is empty.
Nope. Outside.
Next pitch in for a strike, and the count's even at 2. Went around, strike 3. Not an easy call there, but that will end the inning. So they go quietly here. 8,
Yep.
9, and 1 hitters scheduled.
Aces go down in order. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It is 3-0. Comets trail the Aces.
Home half of the sixth.
Leading off,
Here's the catcher, Joe Hudson.
Joe Hudson.
Missed
Ball
inside with the
inside.
curveball.
Walter.
This patient approach he's showing is part of why he's been so hot lately. He's forcing pitchers to come to areas where he can do damage. Here's the 2-0 pitch.
2-0.
Pop foul out of play.
Out of the
off
way.
To the right.
Excuse me. 2-1 the count. The next pitch. On first strike.
He's using that curveball well today, both early and late in at-bats. He's showing a lot of confidence in it. Here comes the 2-2. That one hit to right.
Fly ball to right field, and there's the first out.
One down.
As the Comets just can't get anything going here tonight.
Stepping to the plate for Oklahoma City, Bubba Aline. Grounded out the first time.
That's a ball. Nope. That's a ball.
Oklahoma
2-0.
City trailing by 3. Here in the bottom of the sixth. That's a teachable
that's strike
moment for this
one.
hitter. He knows he shouldn't have been late swinging on that 2-0 fastball.
2 balls and 1 strike. Excuse me.
2-1 now.
The next pitch.
Swing, and this
There's a
one's
line
bounced off the
drive,
ground.
caught
Throw to first on
over
the
to
run.
first, and there's
Nicely
2
done
away
for
in the
out.
sixth.
Now batting, the center fielder, Josue.
That's Josue de Paulo's
Down at
up.
the plate, Josue De Paulo.
Strike out and pop out, as here's the first pitch for Walston, who's still on the mound. 6 innings so far he's about to complete.
That one
Fouled
pushed to the
away.
left and foul.
Comets in danger of losing this one.
Ball. 1-1.
left side. He's doing a good job of changing speeds. First the off-speed stuff, then the heat. Now the hitter's off balance.
1-2 to count.
1-2 pitch. That one missed.
High ball 2.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
2-2 upcoming.
Downstairs. Foul ball, it remains a full count. Payoff pitch off the outside edge, and
That's
that
ball
is ball
4.
4. It definitely
First walk
wasn't
allowed for the
easy.
Aces pitching staff tonight.
Long at bat.
Jordan.
So a man on.
Why I'm lined out for Jordan Thompson.
That's a ball.
That's a ball 1.
And that one sliced foul. In the air to the right, Robinson. And that ends the inning.
Yep, that's the inning.
One runner left aboard, still behind at 3-0.
Yep.
We go to the top of the
Leading it
7th,
off,
and here's the catcher, Rene Pinto.
Pinto.
They try to get a chase on a slider down and away. Decent movement on that slider, but he needs to bring it a little closer to the plate. That one was way outside, and the batter was able to take it more easily.
Ball. Down.
Right through there for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fights it off, we'll see another.
That's fouled away. Here in the 7th, it is 3-0 Aces. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Aces. No runs on 2 hits, no errors for the Comets. That next pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 away in the
And he
7th.
looks to have picked up right where he left off. Coming up to the dish for Reno, A.J. Vukovic.
AJ Bukovic.
That one
Out
down
the way.
the line,
Nope.
and
Foul
it
ball.
goes just foul.
The next pitch. Out of the way. Kopech's next pitch.
Sit down
That
on
is called for strike
Two away now to
3.
start the 7th.
2 away in the
A lot
7th.
of hitters will look out over the plate to the outer half
The
with 2
batter,
strikes,
the
and they're
right fielder,
less able to
Christian
react with good
Thomas.
fastballs.
Christian
That
Robertson.
might
Strikeout in the 5th, single in the
explain the batter
3rd.
taking strike 3 called here. Robinson in the box again.
Called for a
Takes a strike.
strike.
2 down and nobody aboard.
Gavin
Here in the
Stone
top half of the
in
7th.
danger of getting the line for the loss. That's fouled away. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1, 2, 3 to the Aces. Time to stretch and sing in Oklahoma. Comets are down 3-0. Need to get something going. Thunderbuck warming up in the Comets bullpen.
Swing and a miss. It's
So
over.
strike
Activity
one.
in the bullpen. Kyle Nelson, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Graveman getting loose as well.
Kyle Nelson, Kendall Graveman warming up in the Aces bullpen.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Textbook pitching.
0-2 is the
Slowed
count.
him down with the curve, then blew the fastball by him after he adjusted to the lower velo. Great work. And here's the 0-2. Keeps the AB going with the foul ball. Oh, and 2, and the
0-2.
delivery. Got the hitter swinging for the
And that's
strikeout.
strike three.
Leadoff
All the
batter
way in the
set down
seventh.
to open the 7th. And here's the first baseman, Ryan Ward. And time called for at the plate.
There's the 70th pitch for Walston, and here it comes.
Foul ball there.
Three-nothing Comets trail the Aces here in the 7th.
1 ball,
Getting
1
deep
strike.
into this one, and they
5-1.
haven't had an
Comets need to get something
answer
going
for what
here.
he's been doing on the mound. He's really executing well in this outing. Fouled off left side. Swings through it for the K. Back-to-back Ks.
I'll bring up
Next up for the Comets, Armando Alvarez.
Time.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Justin Dean trying to get something going
317
for
average,
him
2
with
homers,
away.
8 RBIs, batting right.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Swings through it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Timeout requested and given at home plate now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Try to get him chasing on the changeup.
0-1.
Great job to see changeup out of the hand and lay off it.
Ball 2.
Hollow ball 2. Walston trying to go 7 innings here tonight.
Grounder to short. Hampson
Under it, throw to
And that
first,
is
now
the
in the
inning.
inning.
still in total command on the mound.
Go to the 8th. It is as they did not put my
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Edgardo
Rodriguez.
Enriquez. Valdez in the box again, takes a strike.
Saw his stats a second ago.
Next
Out of
pitch
the
was
way.
on foul. This one off
So
to the
the
right, and
Thunderbucks
it'll
still
get out
warming
of
up in
play.
the Comets bullpen.
That one out to right. And that's a foul ball. This one is labeled. Gets into the corner, but it's foul. He was a little early, but kept his hands back long enough to fight that one off.
Popped up.
On the right side.
Boards under it will make the catch. One away in the one away in the eighth.
The batter.
So up next, Garrett Hampson. And his homer earlier in the game is the only time they've gotten anything across the plate in this one. They may be hoping he can lift one out again.
It's the only runs we've had scored in the contest here tonight. We're here in the eighth inning.
Now a drag bunt, third base side. Scoops it up barehanded.
Not in time. That's going to be another base. That's going to be a base hit.
First with one gone. And now it's going to be Tommy Troy.
First pitch. Troy is called for a strike. Comets have only had 2 hits tonight. That's all they've had.
There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. Or to second. Great jump to get the
Not
steal.
in time for the stolen base. 5th one for Garrett Hampson.
0-2. Here's the pitch. Close. Doesn't
That's
get
high. 9,270 here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 away in the 8th.
Here's the third base.
1 for 3 with a single. Ildemardo Vargas. 224 average with runners in scoring position.
And he grounds it to the right side.
That's only 1 hit, but that's it for the Aces. No runs, a hit, and a runner left.
Now pitching for
Back
Reno.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Kyle Nelson has some nasty breaking stuff. Nick Biddison digs in now. Fouled off down the right side.
Let's see here. I'll put Eli White. Well, Eli White's going to be in the lineup tomorrow. Definitely going to make some lineup changes for tomorrow if the game will let me.
Comes up empty on the
Though in
swing.
the game will
0-2
never
now.
let me.
They haven't mustered much offense yet, but they're not that far down. One mistake could put them right in this thing. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Leadoff batter out here in the 8th. Aaron.
Nope, not going to be Aaron Bruncho. It's going to be Austin Gothier.
Coming in to pinch hit. Austin Gothier.
That one hooked
Out of the
foul.
way. 250 average, 7
The
homers,
Aces
14
leading by
RBIs.
3. Here in the bottom half of the
He was a
8th.
pinch hitter.
Comes up empty. Strike 2. Incredible late action on that slider. Took a sharp turn at the last second. Hack and a miss. That's a strikeout. And now, Joe
Now
Hudson.
batting.
I'll bring up
Pinch
Hunter
hitting.
Fiducia.
Bunter. Bud Ducia.
231 average, 3 homers, 5 RBIs. Nelson's first pitch.
He swings and fouls one off. Down 0-2. Swings through it.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a miss. Got the strikeout. 3 up and 3 down.
Comets just can't get anything going.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top
Cody
of the
Thunderbuck.
ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Cody
There's his
Thunderbuck.
stats from his
A real
old team, the
strike thrower on
Minnesota
the mound.
Twins.
Excellent job of avoiding walks so far this year. And now the first baseman.
His first outing with Oklahoma City.
0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
That's inside.
Inside. Thunderbuck's next pitch is called for a strike.
1-1.
He was recently traded to Oklahoma City from Seattle. That was his stats with the Rainiers.
And that's just foul.
He's going to see what he can do in his Comets debut. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
And the leadoff batter set down here in the ninth.
Alec Thomas.
Now, Alec Thomas. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a flyout.
Out of the way.
Off. He was late.
Comets have got to get something going here in the ninth.
Up the middle.
Round ball, that's a
And
base
that
hit.
goes through. So 1 on now with 1 away. That one was way in on the hands. He did a
Thomas
great
just
job
can't
to
get
pull
an
them
answer,
in
I
and
can tell you
get
that for
enough
sure.
barrel on the ball
Certainty.
to push it back through the middle for a hit.
Out of the way.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Glad to see Cody Thunderbuck getting an
And the 0-1
opportunity to
now.
play for the
Breaking
Comets.
ball, and that got
Hit
there.
him.
Now the left fielder, A.J. Vukovic. Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Might have a more aggressive approach
called
this
for a
plate
strike.
appearance. Now that he's gotten ahead in the count, he needs to attack and finish off this hitter.
Low
That's
ball
such a
1.
hard pitch to lay off of at the plate.
32
Nice
games
job
with
to
the
spit on that tempting
Rainiers.
slider down and in. There's a strike.
Called for a
That
strike.
cutter in from the opposite-handed pitcher is so nasty. He's trying to saw the batter off.
Out of the way.
The Aces trying to
In
break
his
this
team
game
debut.
open here in the top of the ninth. Breaking
No, that's
ball
off.
Low.
inside.
Outside.
Up the middle, Gauthier. There's one. On to first. Double
First,
play.
that's the inning.
That's the inning.
No runs,
One
2
hit.
hits, and a runner
And
left.
the 9-1 and 2 hitters scheduled to start things off in the bottom of the ninth. Reno ahead in this game, 3-0.
That was a good double play I just
Back
did.
now and on the mound, the
Number
closer,
46.
John Curtis. Save opportunity right
Pitch
here.
hitting.
Now it's the switch hitting
And that's Eli White, the pinch hitter.
outfielder.
235 average, no homers, 7 RBIs. That's everybody off the bench for the Comets.
Ball.
Inside
That
ball
reaches out.
1. The Bubba Leeds night is over with.
Ball. That's inside.
Inside ball 2. It's been a tough night for the Comets. Just can't get anything going.
Top of the zone.
That's called for a strike.
Because they're behind, you expect them to be a little more patient, which gives the pitcher an opportunity to get ahead early. That's exactly what he did there.
Almost 5 a.m.
Pop foul
Get
out
this
of
game
play
done
off to the right.
before I head off the bed. Excuse me. At least today I got a double header at work to
Here
cover a
comes the
shift for
2-2 offering.
tomorrow.
Punches that one away with 2 strikes.
I'll be off tomorrow. We'll be off tomorrow. And next time I work again won't be until Sunday for the series finale.
2-2 now. And it's foul. And the
That's
keeps
fouled
going.
away. 2-2 to count. Comets trying to get something going to get some runs here in the bottom of the ninth. Trailing 3-0.
Slider misses away.
Inside ball 3. Josue De Paula is on deck. Next pitch.
Swing
Swing and a miss,
for
strike
the
3.
strikeout.
White is down looking. 1 away here in the
Now
ninth.
batting. Center
He's 2 outs
fielder.
away.
Josue De
Here's the
Paula.
center fielder.
Over 2 with a walk. Strike out in the first, flew out in the fourth. He walked in the sixth.
Josue De Paula.
First pitch outside. Should not swing at that.
called for?
I'm called before the next pitch. Because batter's timeout. 0-1. Out of the way.
One down. Base is empty here in the...
Comets down 3-0 in danger of getting shut out here at home.
Fights that one away. The count remains
Out of the way.
1-2. Got the batter swinging into strikeout. Only one out.
2 away here in the ninth. Comets down to their final out. Jordan Thompson trying to keep the game going for the Comets. Down 3-0 here in the ninth.
Tied up inside with that one.
0-1's the count.
And time called at the plate. They might be trying to break up the rhythm he's got on the mound right now. Swings through it. 2 outs, base is empty.
2 strikes.
Comets down their final out and final strike.
Strike 3.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's going to end the game as the Comets get shut out at home, 3-0.
Pitching and defense. A shutout in this one. 3-0.
3-7-0 for the Aces, 0-2-0 for the Comets.
Here on the show. I'm Ben Gelman. Talk to you soon.
Like Walston will get the win, Gavin Stone the loss, John Curtis his 12th save. And the only run scored was a 3-run homer in the first inning. That was what put the game away for good for the Reno Aces. And that home run, the play of the game, presented by H&H Shooting Sports. As there it is, Walston with the win. No runs, 2 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Gavin Stone, the loss, 5 innings, 3 runs, 3 hits. Or 5 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. John Curtis, the save, his 12th, 1-2-3 inning. So the Comets will look to bounce back after a loss tonight. I'll take you through the rest of the scoreboard, and I'll sign off and head off the sleep world. I'm probably going to ask if nobody roasts me while I'm at war. Please and thank you, would be nice. Here is the rest of your scoreboard, just to wrap up our broadcast tonight. Worcester beat Rochester 9-2. Winning pitcher was Luis Paredes. He's 3-6. He lost to Dawson Acosta. He's 2-6. There was no save. Jeremy De La Rosa and Andrew Kitzner had RBIs for the Red Wings. Tyler Miller, Christian Campbell homered for the Red Sox, the only home runs in the contest. Whitey Noxon Garcia, Mark Sabari, Ben Ellis. Tyler Miller actually had the home run. Roman Anthony, Corey Rozier had the RBIs as well for the Red Sox. Lehigh Valley shut out Charlotte 1-0. Winning pitcher Jean Cabrera, he's 1-0. Joe Cunell, 17th save. He lost to Juan Carrera. He's 5-4. Gabriel Cones Jr. had the only RBI single in the game for the Iron Pigs in the contest. Syracuse beat Buffalo 7-2. Blade Tridwell got the winner for 7-1. The loss went to Jake Bloss. He's 2-6. Philip Clark had a solo shot for the Bison. Demonio Palmagani had RBIs, had the other RBI for Buffalo. Ryan Clifford, Brett Beatty, Rowdy Jordan homered for the Mets. Jordan had a 3-run homer in the contest. Joey Meneses and Jose Alzacar had the other 2 RBIs for Syracuse in the contest. Louisville beat Norfolk 5-1. Winning pitcher was TJ Simica. He's 2-0. Josh Starmount's 15th save. The loss to Trevor Rogers. He's 0-5. as Dylan Carlson had the sac RBI for the Tide. Blake Dunn, Austin Hendricks had home runs for the Bats, and former Dodger Edwin Rios also got an RBI for Louisville in the contest. Columbus beat Toledo 3-2. Winning pitcher was Kento Maeda, got the loss. He's 3-3. Colby Allard got the win, improves to 3-3. The save went to Jacob Junis, his third of the year. Kevin McConnell had a solo shot for the Mud Hens. Corey Joyce had an RBI for Toledo. Travis Bonanza had 2 solo shots for the Clippers, and Will Wilson had a walk-off RBI. Had a go-ahead RBI for Columbus. Memphis beat Iowa 3-2. Winning pitcher Chris Roycroft, he's 2-0. Zach Thompson, 17th save. The loss went to Keegan Thomas, he's 3-4. Trevor Richards, his third blown save of the year. Nicky Lopez and B.J. Murray Jr. had RBIs for the I-Cubs. Jacob Butchberger and Zach Levinson had three RBIs combined for the Redbirds in the contest. Gwinnett beat Nashville 3-2. Winning pitcher for the Stripes was Domingo Gonzalez. He's 2-0. Buck Farmer, 16th save. The loss went to Brant Wolfram. He's 0-4. Nick Mears, his third blown save. Nacho Alvarez Jr. and Drake Baldwin had the 3 RBIs combined for the Stripers. Luis Lara had a sac RBI for the Sounds, and so did Wes Clark for Nashville in the contest. Durham shut out Jacksonville 4-0. Winning pitcher Joe Rocky's 3-0. The loss to Patrick Monteverde, he's 2-2. Colton Lebetter, Dominic Keegan, and Aiden Smith had RBIs for the Bulls, the only run scored in that contest. And we got Omaha beat Indianapolis 11-6. Carson Ashcraft, the loss 4-4. Becky Way gets his first win. He's 1-1. Matt Gorski had a grand slam for the Indians. Nick York, DJ Stewart had RBIs as well for Indianapolis. Jordan Grosjean, Tyler Gentry had 2-run homers apiece for the Storm Chasers. Kevin Biggio, MJ Melendez, Nick Prado, and Carter Jensen had RBIs for the Storm Chasers. And finally, Wilkes-Barre Scranton beat St. Paul 4-3. Winning pitcher was Carlos Carrasco. He's 5-4. Tyler Mazik, his first save. The loss to Randy Dobnak, he is 4-6. Duke Ellis, Ronaldo Hernandez had home runs for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Rail Riders. Paulo Reyes had 2 RBIs for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Anthony Prado and Yasser Mercedes had RBIs for the Saints in the contest. Now to the PCL scoreboard. Sugar Land beat Sacramento 12-5. Winning pitcher for the Space Cowboys was Ryan Gusto. He's 2-3. The loss went to Ethan Small. He's 2-6. Luis Matos had a home run for the River Cats. Tom Murphy had 3 RBIs. Oslevis Basabe had the other RBI for Sacramento. Brendan Rogers, Walt Janik, who had a grand slam for the Space Cowboys. Brendan Rogers had a solo shot. Ben Gimmel had a 3-run homer. Quincy Hamilton, Cooper Hummel, Kennedy Corona also had RBIs in the contest for Sugar Land. Round Rock beat Salt Lake 4-2. David Buchanan got the win, improves to 4-3. Cole Wynn, his 5th save on the year. The loss to Caden Dana, he's 1-5. Dustin Harris, Alan Trejo, and Malcolm Moore had the RBIs for the Express. Nico Cavadas and Anthony Morine had the RBIs for the Bees in the contest. Tacoma beat Las Vegas 7-3 to tie up that series. Winning pitcher for the Rainiers was Chevin P. House, his first win. He's 1-0. He lost to Gunnar Hoglund. He's 3-4. Colby Thompson hit a 2-run homer for the Overalls. C.J. Alexander also had an RBI double for the Aviators. Ryland Thomas had a solo shot for the Rainiers. Ben Williamson, Nelson Corotz, Lazaro Montes, Tyler Locklear, and Caden Polkovich and Ben Williamson had RBIs as well for the Rainiers. Albuquerque beat Albuquerque beat El Paso 8-4. Easy for me to say. Winning pitcher for the Isotopes was Chase Dolander. He's 2-0. The loss to Henry Baez. He's 5-6. Adil Amador, Sean Bouchard had 2 and 3 run homers respectively for the Isotopes. Robert Calaz, Braden Ward, and Drew Romo had RBIs as well for Albuquerque. Forrest Wall, Leonis DeFries, and Brendan Valenzuela had RBIs for the Chihuahuas in the contest. Around the Dodgers organization, Los Angeles Dodgers win the series against the New York Mets by a final score of 5-4. Blake Snell, the win, improves to 8-0. Clay Holmes, the loss, he's 2-4. RBIs for the Mets, Tyrone Taylor and Jeff McNeil's RBIs, as Holmes went 3 in the third innings, 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts to take the loss. Chris Taylor, Teoscar Hernandez, Dalton Rushing had RBIs for the Dodgers. Snell went 6 innings, 1 run, 7 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Tanner Scott, his 22nd save of the year, retired all 4 batters he faced in an inning in the third. Dodgers will have a matchup with the Mets tomorrow afternoon at 1:10. Tyler Glasnow for the Dodgers, Tyler McGill for the Mets before the Dodgers head to St. Louis to take on the St. Louis Cardinals. Around the Dodgers minor league system, Double-A Tulsa, unlike the Comets, shut out Amarillo at home 2-0. Jared Carros got the win, improves to 2-2. Austin Pope the loss, he's 1-3. Only runs scored in the contest. Jose Hernandez, his 17th save. Only runs scored. RBIs for Cody Hosey and an RBI double for John Rhodes for the Drillers as they've won the first 2 games of the series. We'll see what happens for the Comets tomorrow as they take on the Reno Aces, looking to bounce back. It'll be a 7:05 first pitch tomorrow night on June the 5th. Landon Knack will look to bounce back after a tough outing against Las Vegas. He is 4-6 with a 3.62 earned run average. Tommy Henry will get the pitch for the Aces. He's 4-2 with a 2.54 earned run average. 7:05 first pitch. Geach open at 6. Tickets are available. Call 405-218-2150 or order through OKCComets.com or stop by the Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark box office located on South McMahon Drive. It'll be open tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Live coverage begins at 6:50 with Comets on deck here on 1340 The Game, 1340thegame.com, or on the iHeartRadio app, and also on the Valley Sports Live and the MILB TV in the process. Not the way the Comets want to win, as Reno wins it by a final score of 3-0 in the contest. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Aces. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Comets. Blake Walston got the win, improves to 3-6. John Curtis is 12 save. The loss. Gavin Stone, he's 5-2. With the win, the Aces are 28-31. The Comets fall to 37-22. And if you look at the standings, and that is not the one I wanted. Look at the standings here for the first half place. Isotopes are now 3 games back of the Comets for first place in the league overall. For our producer and engineer, the YouTuber, back in our 1340 studios, I'm Dean DeVoe saying good night from Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night on the stream. Thanks as always for joining us. We'll be back in more than 24 hours from now tomorrow. You've been listening to OKC Comets Baseball presented by H&H Shooting Sports.